A new biathlon season got underway this week as the IBU World Cup Biathlon opener took center stage in Kontiolahti, Finland. More than a week of competition tested the athletes on this first stop of the World Tour. Team USA started the season strong with a 10th place finish in the opening mixed relay on November 30th. Sweden took the top spot with a spectacular performance from IBU mainstay Ella Halvarsson, staying in lockstep with France's Julia Simon throughout the race, taking Sebastian Samuelsson 9 seconds back, setting up a battle for the win with KONTIOLAHTI of France. It was decided on the final stage as Samuelsson pressured from behind, shooting perfectly as the French Olympic champion reached for all 3 extra rounds. Samuelsson snuck past KONTIOLAHTI for the win, while Germany's Justus Strelo also passed Fiolmaillet in the final shooting stage, only to be nipped at the finish line by the Frenchman for second place. The American duo of Dieter Irwin and Maxime Germain hung out just outside the top 10 the whole way through. Germain, however, moved Team USA into the top 10 off of a 10 for 11 last leg shooting performance and some very strong skiing. Team USA came out slugging in the men's relay, taking 6th in the season opener. It was a slugfest between a nearly perfect French team on the shooting range and the Norwegians, who had not lost a men's World Cup relay in the last 13 editions. France and Norway were both perfect in leg 1, while Campbell Wright had 1 extra round and tagged Maxime Germain in 5th, 40 seconds out of the lead. France would continue to pull away off of a stellar shooting performance with Eric Perrault doing the most damage, putting Les Bleus 57 seconds in the lead at the final exchange before Emilien Jacquelin put a bow on it for the French upset despite 2 extra standing rounds in the final shooting stage. Norway held off Sweden for the silver. Maxime Germain kept Team USA in the top 5 by the second exchange despite using more extra rounds than anybody else in the top 10. Jake Brown used 4 extras to get down all 10 targets and tagged Sean Doherty in 8th. Doherty was perfect prone but needed all 3 extra rounds in standing, and still he moved up the rankings to cross the line in 6th. A strong statement to open the season off of last year's 5th place at the World Championships in the men's relay and 4th place at Soldier Hollow World Cup. Johannes Tingesbø is just 10 victories away from surpassing countryman Ole Einar Bjørndalen as the winningest biathlete of all time. But it was his perfect shooting countryman Strømsheim, who was 3 seconds better than Bø, who missed a single shot in the second of 4 shooting stages. The victory was the second of Strømsheim's career. Maxime Germain of Team USA kept his enchanted season opening week on full speed with a career-best 20th place finish with 19 for 20 on the range. Campbell Wright also hit 19 for 20 to finish 28th, putting 2 Americans in the top 30. It was Germain's best World Cup finish by 15 spots. France's World Cup runner-up last season, Lou Jean-Monod, proves she's going to pick up where she left off last season, shooting perfectly and spoiling major upset from Sweden's Ella Halvarsson in the women's opening individual event. Halvarsson started 4th in the lineup in just her 4th World Cup start of her career, and despite 1 miss from the second shoot, crossed the finish line with a performance only Jean-Monod could better of the 102 starters. Elvira Öberg of Sweden dominated the ski tracks, putting Sweden 2 and 3 on the podium despite 3 misses for Öberg on the day. American Dieter Irwin thrives on the individual format and did so again, finishing 15th off of a perfect shooting performance.
The race was super awesome. Obviously cleaning is really fun and always surprising, and I'm really happy with my 15th place. The Wax Cowboys did really great with the skis. I was catching everybody on the downhills and doing my best on the uphills to stick with everybody. Obviously I took some time on the range and made sure I hit all my shots, so there's definitely some time I can make up on both the range and on the course, but I'm super duper happy with my 15th place in the opening individual, and I'm really excited for the rest of the week.
Get ready! Boom!
The shooting range at Kontiolahti played a big role in the men's sprint as blustery conditions fell on the shooting range. But the man who put the pressure on the field first was American Campbell Wright. Starting slowly first, Campbell picked up the pace into shooting number 1, cleaning and setting the time to beat at that point. He continued that story all the way into the finish. Off of a perfect shooting score and fast skiing, Wright took the lead at the finish line by a commanding 29.5 seconds over Norwegian Vibjørn Sørum. That performance was not to be outdone by a single Norwegian, as all had penalties on the day. But the flying Frenchman Jacquelin would first cross the line to demote Wright to second by a commanding 29.1 seconds. Then, Germany's clean-shooting Philipp Navrath, the winner of last season's sprint opener, edged Wright by 4 seconds to move into second. Swedish star Sebastian Samuelsson missed 1 from the standing and trailed both Campbell Wright and Navrath after shooting 2, but overpowered both in the last loop of skiing to take second at the finish line, pushing Wright off of his first World Cup podium finish into 4th. But Wright's landmark personal best World Cup finish wasn't the end of the story for Team USA. Sean Doherty also shot perfectly to finish in 26th, while Maxime Germain overcame 3 misses to finish 47th. And Jake Brown also overcame 3 misses to finish 59th, putting all of Team USA in the top 60. Here's what Campbell Wright had to say after the race.
When you left the range, you probably heard some slate times about you leading.
Oh, yeah.
What went through your mind then?
Oh, honestly, it's just great. When someone says, I think I was first leaving the standing, man, when you hear that, all I think in my head is Campbell ski slow, because I get so excited and I just want to ski fast, but then I blow up so bad. So it's a good test of patience. When someone gives you a good split, you just want to ski as hard as you can, but you just say, chill, relax. You got 30 kilometers to ski, but today I was able to do that.
And crossing the finish line, seeing number 1 next to the name?
Yeah, that was also great. And generally when I see number 1 next to the name, I'm like bib 1 or bib 2. So it was bib 49 and seeing 1, I was like, okay, today will be a great day, I hope. So yeah, super cool feeling.
France's Eric Perrault closed out an already great week in Kontiolahti by winning the first mass start of the season. With his 19 for 20 shooting performance, it gave him a comfortable lead around the final lap, allowing him to fully enjoy his second World Cup victory of his career, and his first in the mass start. Teammate Quentin Fillon-Maillet outsprinted Norwegian star Sturla Holm Lagride, making this day even more French with a 1-2 finish for Les Bleus. Perrault also took the yellow bib as the World Cup overall leader, the first yellow bib of his young career. Campbell Wright of the United States was the lone American on the start, coming off of his fantastic 4th place finish in the sprint the day before. But Wright struggled today with his rifle, missing 5 on the day and finishing in 26th.
My name's Campbell Wright, and this is me after my race.
The yellow bib-clad World Cup leader, Elvira Uberg, took the yellow bib and the overall World Cup lead off of 3rd and 2nd place finishes earlier in the week in Kontiolahti, but emerged victorious on the final day despite 2 misses in the women's 12.5 kilometer mass start. It was a come-from-behind win as France's Julia Simon, also with 2 misses, led after the final shooting stage. But Uberg caught her and comfortably skied past her for her first win of the season, securing the red mass start bib while entrenching herself further into the yellow bib. Simone finished 2nd, and Germany's Franziska Preuss took the final podium spot, moving her into 2nd overall in the standings with 5th, 4th, and 3rd place finishes this week in Kontiolahti. Dieter Irwin was the lone American on the start, finishing 29th with 5 missed shots on the day. That does it for the IBU Biathlon World Cup opener from Finland. We'll be back with more from US Biathlon as the team competes in Austria. For US Biathlon, I'm Chad Somla. Thanks for your support.